The basic idea is that what you piece together from searching through the Gong Tower and talking to the orcs afterwards is these goblinoids are they work in service to these giants, whereas the orcs were kind of hired / forced into subjugation by conquest. That's the story that you get from Nuga, the chief of the orcs. His theory is that when these hobgoblins saw that they were going to lose this fight with the treasure on their side of the horrible tentacle mass, they must just decided to leg it.
I mean, it hasn't been that long, and Wendy can fly, so...
Yeah, so I think we might be able to find him.
He says the place to check first. Well, and at this point it becomes apparent that Nuga's plan is to dispose of the rest of these giants, kick them out of here, take this dam for himself. Him and his orcs, and set up shop here.
As long as he doesn't kill Big Boof.
He directs you guys to the smithy, to the blacksmith shop at the base of the dam. The goblinoids worked it. It's where they made all of their weapons, this area here. So basically, they would have come down from the tower, which is up on this hill, down this path here, and one of the lead hobgoblins works as the blacksmith there, along with a small contingent of goblinoids. And checking just quickly downstairs, the 2 bugbears that were placed in the prison are also gone. Here's the thing. If you want these guys, you'll have to go now, where you risk having to chase them across the wilderness for God knows how long.
Yeah, let's go. Who's willing to come?
I mean, you've already got me in your hands.
Adrex's and Windows.
I mean, aside from... Can I just tell the orcs to free the female giants and go back on our way?
Oh, that's the plan. The remaining giants, they have no use for them. Any other ogres left will be... Any of them that don't want to enter Nuga's service, that is. But things are moving very fast and they're very chaotic, because not the whole compound so far has learned that the Orc Eater is dead.
Was there anything of value in the Orc Eater's chambers when I did a quick run over the whole place?
No, anything of value would have been in his box. That gets carried up to the Gong Tower.
And then one last thing here. What type of armor is that dead hobgoblin?
Which hobgoblin? Well,
the one that died inside the tentacles.
He's wearing chainmail.
I felt like their AC was better than Raazu's. For some reason.
Maybe he was very...
Their AC is 18. What's Raazu's?
17.
Well, yeah, then their AC is better than Raazu's.
Raazu has no dex. Raazu has no dex bonus.
They do have a dex bonus, yes.
Let's not worry about it.
That would do it then.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
I think they also had a shield, unlike Raazu.
They do have a shield as well.
That one hobgoblin was also a bullshit monk.
I think should one of us stay back here?
Why?
No, let's go.
I don't see any value in that. I mean, I think we've done everything we need to do here.
If you feel like you need to stay back in order to accomplish some goal of yours, I feel like we can accomplish this without you, but we would appreciate having you along.
Like
I was thinking of going over the hobgoblins' spaces just to see if there's anything that they left that might be of relevance.
If you think that it would be valuable, I mean, we're not going to stop you.
Let's put it this way: if you want experience for the encounter, it's down here at the smithy. Does that help at all?
I mean, yeah.
All right. I'm looking for one more token.
I didn't know that we were going to the...
We'll be back. Don't worry about it.
I
You're with us,
question,
buddy.
how good of an idea it was to give the orc a base of operations. But okay.
If you think we can't take this place back from some orcs,
I'm gonna
If it
lay on
becomes a
hands
problem,
before
we'll deal with
this.
Yeah, go ahead and do. You'll have a couple minutes of preparation before you get down and dirty with these nerds.
How wounded is everybody?
I have 5 hit points and 8 temporary points.
Oh, those are probably long gone
No,
at
they're
this
not
point.
because
I have
no.
6
They're not?
damage.
Excellent.
Birdie takes 7.
I have 38.
I'm down 3.
All right, monk goes in.
Adrex take the other 7. And that's all. And Raazu is tapped on poultices until a long rest.
Atrix has his healing kit.
Yeah, I got a healer kit in case of emergencies.
Can you heal your kobold friend?
I told you I gave you 7.
No, I'm talking to the guy with the healer's kit.
Mm.
Yeah.
I appreciate you doing that. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah,
I had 5 hit points left.
I'll be taking that 7 back out of you once Raazu decides it's time to
wow.
for the comeuppance for dropping Hadar on her.
You didn't die.
10 plus your level HP,
Okay, thank you.
So climbing down the hill,
but can't be
coming
used
around
again.
the front of the smithy, you can hear the clang of work, and when you approach, things look very hurried. There is one, the blacksmith. She's working at her forge. She has an anvil set up that she's hammering out a blade of some kind. Probably one of the Hobgoblin longswords. And you can definitely tell that there's been a flurry of activity in here. But right now, she's the only one in the room. That being said, a lot of the room, there's lots of places to hide. A lot of the corners are stacked high with boxes and pallets, weapon racks, damaged armor. There's lots of little hidey holes in here where people could get the drop on you. And as you approach, she lays down her hammer and tongs and steps forward and kind of nonchalantly, in Giant, asks what the commotion is upstairs.
So if we're gonna do an insight check to see if I think she actually doesn't know.
But you can immediately tell she's
Down
lying.
here.
She's covering for somebody.
Okay. And I'm just gonna say in common she's lying, and then I'll say in giant. Well, we were sent down here. We're new here. We were just brought in by the giants to deal with some rebellious slaves down the south, and we were sent over here. There's been a big commotion. We need to arm some hobgoblins with crossbows, ideally. So we're here to get, like, I think they said they're supposed to be an order of half a dozen crossbows.
She looks you over. And you can tell that she's not
That's a
buying
fast
yours
talking.
either.
Wait, I don't get to make a bluff check?
You're covered in blood.
And you smell like flesh rot. She tells you, yeah, she has crossbows. Come on inside, she'll help you load them up. And she takes a few steps back towards the red-hot anvil.
I'll take a few steps in.
Okay?
Let's get this over with.
Kind of give Raazu a look, like, come on.
Raazu's making no bones about it. She's got her halberd ready.
Alright, let's roll some initiative. How many colors do I need? 5.
The fact that we don't know that means they might get a surprise round.
Back at the top of the initiative where I belong.
Wait, hold on. Sorry.
Raazu, are you actually at 12?
Yes.
I would rather
Do
have
I
had
go
that
before me
be
or after me?
a attack roll for what it's worth.
I'll go after you.
All right. Nobody's surprised. They don't buy your story. You're not buying their story. The difference is you don't know where they're hiding at. Red, you see as she's entering back in. Are you all you guys are coming in behind her? All right. I thought just Wendy was going in.
I'm like
Okay.
right here. I'm outside.
Waiting for that hunger of Hadar spot. I think he's already burned all
I'm
the
at a-
Red, it looks
Yeah.
to you that she's kind of backing up towards the fire. She's going to grab this red-hot sword off the anvil.
Yeah.
And spin around and swing it at Wendy. That's her plan. But you have the initiative.
Yeah. Says a longsword.
Yeah, it's a standard hobgoblin longsword.
And it's just sitting there on the anvil.
Yeah, she was folding it over. Hammering it.
Grab the sword, give it to Wendy.
Take the sword.
Of course. Grab the sword, give it to Wendy before she
No
can react.
safe way to hold it. It's just a piece of metal laying on the anvil.
Oh, okay. Doesn't have a
No,
grip.
not yet. You can grab it. This is going to incur fire damage.
Well, I'm fine with that. I don't want to hand it to Wendy in that case, though. So I'll just, okay. In that case, I will make an active perception check
Okay.
as my action. That's a perception of... 19. Yep.
Glancing around the room, you don't see anybody else in here, but you think you hear something from under the floor, like underneath you.
Mhm.
And the floor here is just kind of wooden platforms with mud and straw strewn about.
Can I, as my movement and bonus action, kick the anvil over with the red hot sword on it?
To what end? Let's try to kick it over into the fire?
Yeah, to onto the floor where it might catch on fire.
You're trying to catch it on fire? All
Yeah, the whole
I
place.
was. I'll give you a strength check, but it's going to be a pretty high DC
Sure.
because we're talking about an anvil. I mean, that's a 19,
19.
so... Does that just come out to 19? Okay.
Yeah.
You give the anvil a good kick, and it sends the sword skittering over into the forge. The anvil itself doesn't fall over, but coals are kicked
That's
over
good.
to the side, and some of the straw begins to ignite.
And bonus action, let's go ahead and give Wendy advantage on her first attack against that hobgoblin.
Against the gobbo. All right.
Yep.
Birdie.
Yep. Oh, for f***'s sake. I'm gonna just shoot the guy.
That's
Enough
a
of
girl,
this.
but okay.
I'm next to her.
Oh, right, yeah. That will hit an armor class of
That's good
25.
enough.
Does Red tell the rest of us that you hear something below the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a total of 2 force and 16 piercing.
2 force and 16 piercing. How
Oh,
long does elemental weapon last?
Okay, up to an
that's
hour.
fine then.
And I've got 3 arrows left. Oh, excuse me, 17 because it was plus
17 is the total.
But no, it's no, it was 19
Okay.
total. But
And you put an arrow right through her and it pierces through her plate.
and I'm not going anywhere. I'm just stay put.
Staying put, is it your intention to stand on the like wooden platform leading to the door, or stand on the grass outside of the building?
I'm on the grass outside of the
Okay.
building. That's not. I also want to point out that I did not cause the fire. When this comes up later,
Now I got Billy Joel stuck in my head.
Red. Make a
Mhm.
athletics or acrobatics check. Don't have to roll particularly high.
That would be an acrobatics of 11.
11. You still beat her, believe it or not. She reaches out and tries to grab hold of you and tries to grapple you. And as you do, you see that she's wearing half plate, but the way she stretches out, she kind of betrays herself. She moves in a way that you can see where she's already been wounded on one side of her body, even before taking Birdie's arrow. She's definitely not at the peak of her game. She kind of grunts in pain as you slither out of her way. That's going to bring us to orange.
Orange.
Birdie. Two bugbears leap out from hiding where they had squashed themselves down in the muck and the foliage in front of the house here, just coming up out of the dirt, and they grab the huge double wooden door of this smithy, slam it shut. Adrex, make a dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Oh, this is going to
Not 15, let's call it 13.
You are in within 10 feet of Raazu, so you get
Oh.
the-
Which
bonus
side
to
of the
that.
door would you like to be on? Gotta pick one side, here or here.
Oh, I didn't realize I was outside.
And you see these bugbears come up out of the dirt, grab each side of this door, and slam it shut. Adrex, you leap backwards just in time for the doors to smash inwards, and this huge wooden bar is clamped down over the front of it, trapping everybody else inside. Bugbears are mean. These are the two bugbears that were
Yep.
in the prison with you guys, by the way.
Sounds
so
about right.
everybody's strapped into the now
It's
burning
not
building.
quite burning
Great.
yet. But some of the straw over here is smoldering because Red kicked some coals over. But yeah, they are trapped inside. And when this happens, when the door slams behind you guys, just the look on her face, Raazu, you recognize it almost immediately. It's just stoic resolve.
Yeah,
That's going to bring us to...
Raazu has had that same look on her face many times.
Oops, I've stolen this boy. Brings us to
Yes.
who? Me?
Wendy.
I'm going to step forward. I'm going to try to knock this hobo unconscious.
Unconscious? What, just because
Unconscious.
she's a girl, you can't kill her?
Or because she's hiding something and I want to know what it is. So let's go for the first
Okay.
longsword. That's a 23.
23 will hit.
And a kick. That's a 16.
16 does not hit.
Okay, let's resolve the 23. For 7 magical slashing.
Okay.
And then flurry of blows, 2 kicks. That's a crit and an 18.
Oh yeah,
Is 18
will
hit?
Sorry, had my mouth full of Pepsi. That was my bad.
I forgive you.
I had to fill my mouth with
Pepsi's
Pepsi
good.
because I just had my mouth filled with hot dog, hamburger, whatever it was.
20
Can't
more.
tell.
And you
20 more magical bludgeoning.
and you're knocking her unconscious.
Yeah.
And so she falls prone in front of the anvil. If you leave her there, probably burning is going to start happening.
Yeah, I'll move her out of the way if that's
Drag
possible.
her where to?
Probably
Okay.
just right here.
Raazu, you're up.
Okay, so she's unconscious, and there is. Okay, I'm going to active perception, try to find a way that someone might have gotten below the floor here.
So you can use your action to active perception to try to figure out how people got underneath this building. Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna blip that. Nat 20. Okay, that's a. Let's see, perception is 21. That makes it a 21.
So, not having time to do like a complete once over of the place, doesn't look like there's a stone foundation to this building. Doesn't look like it's built on anything solid. Raazu doesn't have any background in like civil engineering or architecture or anything, but probably they just drove posts into the ground to anchor it down and then lashed the floor with planks across it. So what this means is, as wet and as muddy as the area is, squeezing underneath the building would be possible, but very uncomfortable. And
From the
outside. And if you were to pry up the floorboards anywhere in here, you would have some kind of cavity underneath as well.
Okay. All right, then. Yeah, it's going to conclude Razu's turn.
Adrex.
What do I need to roll to open the door? Get the bar out of the way and open the door.
What do you need to roll to open the door?
Yeah. If anything.
Oppose strength checks against these two bugbears who are bracing it shut.
They are bracing it.
They slam the
shut.
door. This big wooden bar came down in front of it.
And
And they're holding it
bar,
from the
huh?
outside so that you can't get into it.
Yeah, this is the thing Adrex
Okay.
wants to do.
Straight up strength.
Straight up strength?
Check. It's opposed against their strength check, which they get to roll at advantage.
I don't get to add
Nope.
athletics.
Brute strength, yo.
Well, no. Screw that then. Stab.
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 The bugbear? Okay.
Yeah.
Good news, he's not holding his shield because he's holding a big old bar.
That's a 20.
20-something.
24 for
24 hits. And they absolutely do have their shields. I don't know what Nodal's talking about.
10 damage.
10 damage? Okay.
Second attack. It's an even more for 20. It's 26.
Mhm.
Another
Get
7
him.
damage.
So that's 17 total?
Offhand attack. For 21.
21 will hit.
Man, it's so nice when the dice actually work in your favor.
I mean, to be fair,
There's a
you
one.
Oh,
Why did
don't
you say
need to roll
anything?
particularly.
I don't know why. 6 damage.
That's 6 on top of the
It's your
17?
Yeah, and on top of that, please make a strength
It doesn't
saving
need to,
throw.
because that was enough to kill him.
DC. Okay. Good.
He's dead, Jim.
Well, that's one solution to opening the door.
Yep.
And are you moving or staying put?
Adrex turns around and points his swords at the other bugbear. You're next, buddy.
What language did you say that in?
You'll say it in
In
Orcish.
Orcish? Well, they don't
Yeah,
speak
why
Orcish,
not?
they're bugbears.
Racist.
Ah, fuck. Well, they were all mingling together. You know, you never fucking know.
Listen, I understand.
Okay.
You should be able to discern what I'm getting at by my gestures.
I rolled one too many initiatives. I actually don't need
Speaking
this
Orcish
purple one.
very loud and slow.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
need that
darn.
one. I rolled too many.
He's dead.
Purple is dead. Long live purple.
Red is next. My red token, not the character named Red.
We should really think about that.
I'm okay with getting more turns when there are red tokens.
Adrex. He is
Yes,
shooting
sir.
you with advantage, having been hid in those bushes.
Fine. I'll allow it.
I rolled a 1 and a 20.
That's
I'm
big
taking a
of you.
picture of this because if I don't, nobody will ever believe me.
1
I'm
and a
not believe
20.
you anyway.
Yeah, we don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
I think
At
you
all.
just set those dice there and took the picture.
Well, see, now I don't even need. I'm taking
Listen
a
to this
picture anyway. I don't care.
rooster. He's just trying to ruse us. Don't be fooled.
Hashtag fake rolls. Fortunately, it's
Uh-huh.
just a hobgoblin.
Yeah.
So
If we see through his illusion, then it'll disappear.
So his critical hit is a lot less damage than the hill giants were doing earlier.
Still
10
don't want to
points,
take it.
piercing damage, as the hobgoblin over here appears with a longbow, fires at you. Good news is he's no longer hidden. He is, however, slightly colded and acided from being in Hunger of Hadar earlier.
Adrex lets out another string of curse words and draconic.
And suddenly you see a great
But I
plume
guess
of black
Birdie can-
smoke arising from the back of the structure. As two more hobgoblins step around the side, having used their action to set it alight from the back. And now we're way back up at actual Red's turn. So Red, yeah, the tipped coals in
Sweet.
here are starting to burn, and the
Uh-huh.
place has been set alight from the outside as well. They're trying to burn you alive in this smithy.
They hear me
Um,
screaming, "I didn't set this fire."
And I take it that there's no windows or anything.
Looking around, there are windows on either side of the structure here, but looking at it, they've been very hastily nailed shut from the inside. Looks like just
Crowbar.
within a couple, like a last few minutes. Gonna crowbar one open. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and make a.
Is that my action?
Yeah, that'll be your
turn?
action.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a strength check. Make it at advantage because you came packing a crowbar.
I just realized there's a letter A on the screen.
That's a
Just with
13
note.
for
13?
crowbarring. Yeah.
You pop one of the wooden planks off. A couple of nails clatter to the floor. So you have enough where you can see outside. But it's going to take another round of that to actually squeeze through this window.
Let's go ahead and just do a quick scan of the room. Is there anything in here that looks particularly valuable? Like I might want to grab it as on the way out.
Certain, there's a lot of people you know could find a use for all these weapons and pieces of armor and things they've got in here.
Is there a particularly heavy suit of armor that looks like it would fit Raazu or Adrex?
There's plate mail made for hobgoblins in here.
Where?
Along a weapon and armor rack against this back wall here.
Bonus action dash. Leave my crowbar at the
You just
window.
leave it
Thank you.
When do you get that window
jammed in
open?
there. What, are you going to try to carry this plate out?
Yeah.
Oh, you're such a good friend. Remember that time when Red burned to death trying to get you some armor?
Yeah, that was gross. I'm
Birdie.
sorry.
Right. Okay. I am going to run over here and shoot this guy, and yell at Adrex to take care of the other
All right.
bugbear. And we are in. It's daylight,
Yes.
right? Okay. Well, I just rolled an
You
8.
just rolled an 8. So what armor class does that hit?
Yes.
Oh.
8. Like I rolled a 1 plus 7.
Oh, you rolled a
so that's
1,
8.
it misses. 1 always misses on its
Yeah.
hit roll. So that just ends your sad little turn.
My sad little turn as I just walk back here and just shrug at Adrex. I don't want to be out in the
Okay.
open there.
Adrex and Birdie.
Mhm.
many hit points does Birdie have?
I now have 38 hit points. Thank you very much.
I think I can do that.
Well, don't.
Oh, I rolled a 1.
No.
I also rolled a... That's just a 12. The Fisher Goblin jumps down on top of you guys from his position on the roof. And he swings his quarterstaff down at Birdie, attempting to knock him out. But he misjudged how small and wily and crafty Birdie was. And instead of hitting him twice with his quarterstaff, hits him 0 times.
Thank you for making me sound better than I actually am.
That's what I'm here for. So she's unconscious, so she doesn't get a turn. That's going to bring us to Bugbears.
I guess Bugbear.
Yeah, one's dead.
Yeah.
And they don't get some...
Is he still supporting the door?
Not anymore. Now he's panicking. He's going to come over and try to kill Birdie.
All right. That's fine.
Wait, what?
Birdie, I have a 22 to hit you.
I mean, just barely. Yeah.
9 points, bludgeoning damage, as the Bugbear brings a Morning Star down on top of you. Seeing that you're the weakest and most injured out of them, he's to finish you off first. They can beat you two to death on the outside while everybody else burns up on the inside. That's their afternoon well done. Windy, you are you are effectively blind in this environment without a front door open.
All right. Real quick, is there a gap in the door at all
There's
right here? Okay. I'm gonna try to crowbar that
Okay, go ahead and
window.
make that
open.
strength check. Make it at advantage because you're using a crowbar.
That's an
An
11.
11. You manage to pop off one more plank from the window. A couple more nails go clattering to the ground. This is not the finest in Bugbear craftsmanship. So now there's enough space where you could probably squeeze through this window as long as you don't mind just kind of crumpling to the ground on the other side.
All right. I'm going to do so. Step of the wind. Head over here.
And he gets to use his reaction. Not with that kind of roll, he doesn't. Never mind. He takes a swipe at you as soon as you step into his threat range, but he misunderestimated how blind you were.
Birdie. Are
Yes.
you keep your wands like in your pack, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the create water wand,
It's got 2 charges.
and I am going to head
Nice.
back over here to the window and yell to Raazu. Raazu, I've got the create water wand.
You're running?
Step of the wind. I have enough.
I mean, are you on
movement
the
to get
ground or
back
are you
here.
flying back? Okay.
Oh, I'm running.
Raazu. There's enough of a gap in this window for you to squeeze through if you don't mind scraping your shoulder blades.
20, 30 feet of movement gets me to the window. Can I get the wand from
Yeah, you can reach out and
Yuan-ti
take
here?
it.
All right, I will do so. And I gotta look up create water because
There's enough to do whatever you need to do in here. Because it can make it rain like
Such as-
30 gallons of water over a vast area. So.
30-foot cube.
30-foot cube, which
So
means
you
I
can
could.
get the back wall.
Yeah, I could within the range. Yeah, I'm going to use that. I'm going to use the charge on that wand to douse the flames on.
That's
the
a good
north
idea.
wall.
Red needed a shower anyway.
Yeah.
1 charge left.
And as the flames are starting to creep inside and you douse them, the whole building starts to fill up with smoke. Moving or
That's what
staying
it
put?
is.
I need to... That's it. That's all of my movement right there.
Adrex.
Let's see. I think the monk is the bigger threat here than the bugbear.
You think?
So, I do. I'm gonna stab.
All right.
There we go. Stab.
Stabinate.
All right. Let's see. That is a 21.
hit. He also looks slightly colded and slightly acided from...
That is 11
Okay.
damage. And please make a strength saving throw.
He's pretty good at these. 21.
Damn. Well, he still takes another 6 damage.
Okay.
Second attack.
Will hit.
19. Seven damage. Offhand attack. Is an 11.
And he knocks your offhand attack aside.
Alright, fine.
Disrespectful.
There's just no
He
need
is
for
definitely
that.
the bigger threat here. Moving or staying put?
Stand put.
Okay. Windy. I got a hobgoblin for you.
Oh, I love
He's probably
hobgoblins.
not going to hit you, though.
No.
I got an 8. And he
Yeah.
wildly and angrily swings this giant longsword at you, and you just see it coming a mile away. You just feel it in your feathers.
Yeah, I know. I'd be mad too if I had seen that fire get put out.
This one coming around the building is knocking his longbow, but doesn't have an action to shoot with. Windy, I'm. Oh, it's not your turn. Never mind. It is Red's turn.
It's not.
All right. Well,
Sploosh.
cunning action dash to get to there, and let's stab a guy.
Okay, so you're not bringing this plate armor with you?
Well, fire's out now,
You come.
so it's like half scattered off the rack right now. Like it's on the ground. I was pulling it off, but is the fire actually out? I guess I'll ask that.
It's wet enough where it,
But I think it
where it
might
can't catch and spread. It's not going to burn the building down at this point.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just leave it there for now, and yeah. Stab
If you
the guy.
recall, conditions have been so wet in this area that you guys ruled out using fire as an option pretty early on in your planning. Because that was the first thing Birdie said.
It's an armor class of 14.
14 does not hit. Oh, yeah, it does. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Offhand.
Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, my God.
I didn't have the offhand.
I took 2 slugs of Dayquil before I started running the game today, and that was after 6 hours of net hack, so I'm not in my best.
5. It's a squeeze through the window.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I don't have the space to still have some movement, so I'll come to over here. But that's the end of Red's turn.
Hobgoblins, they're wearing chainmail, so they have higher than that. So that's the end of Red. That's going to bring us to Birdie.
All right, I'm gonna drop my bow and stab this guy with my short
Stabby,
sword.
stabby. Okay.
Yep,
Stevie Debbie.
What's the blue
Blue
guy?
guy is
That is
the
a-
fisher.
That's the monk.
Fisherman, the monk with the bow.
Right.
The fisher monk.
he is. That's a 17.
17 will not hit.
Yes.
You try to stabby
Really?
stabby, and he just steps out of the way.
Sounds about right. If he's got an X bonus, then yeah. I'll just get the same armor he does.
Birdie, moving or staying put?
I am going to stay
Okay.
put. Stand here with. I'm not going to leave Adrex alone.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, let's start with Adrex.
Yeah.
I have a 19 to hit Adrex.
Yeah.
And I have a 17 and a 21 to hit Birdie.
Yes. Just barely again, though. You gotta.
All right, Adrex.
Yep.
11 points of bludgeoning damage
Jesus.
as he cracks you upside the head with his quarterstaff. Birdie, he spins around and gives you 2 of them.
What was the? Wait, I thought 2 of them were. What were the numbers? The 21 hit. Yeah, but
A 17.
what was the other one? A 17.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
They both hit.
First hit's going to do 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Second hit's going to
Uh-huh.
do 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Need some help over here.
And he's starting to attack very desperately, like he's at the end of his rope. He sees what's happening around the side of the house. He sees you slaughtered one of his bugbears. He's trying to put you on the ground as quickly as possible. She's still inside and unconscious. That's going to bring us to my bugbear.
I'm going to actually use my reaction to move here
To move there.
with my I keep forget what it's called, the butt
butt
scooch.
scooch.
Where
That's
I
actually
can-
what it's called. I just looked it
Yeah.
up in the book. Adrix, you get a opportunity attack if you would like to take one.
Do I?
Because bugbear is leaving your threat range.
Yeah, right. Look a gift horse in the mouth.
That's why I did it, so he'd
A
have to
gift
chase
bear.
me.
That is a 27. 10 damage. It's 9 damage.
And you have bloodied him. And I'm assuming this 12 is not going to hit Birdie as he's swinging down with this Morning Star. And you're just butt scooching your little heart out, my friend.
Yep.
That's going to bring us to... I'm just terrified at what Wendy's going to do to my poor defenseless Hobgoblin up here.
That did nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong. He was just following orders.
That's not the attack.
I'm gonna get him with a nice longsword. Hey, it was almost gonna land on a 2. Instead, it didn't. That's a
17 does not hit.
Oh no,
18
I'm sorry,
does hit.
18. Nice.
Look how that works.
If the number gets 1 higher. There we go. 4, 5 slashing.
5 slashing.
Now some punches.
Are the punchies really necessary?
I mean, that's up to you.
Yeah, he's bloodied after that first hit.
For another 20.
20, and that's enough for that Hobgoblin.
Alright, and I'm going to head back over
Okay.
here.
Raazu.
Is the fire that's over by the forge? Is that still in danger of spreading, or is
Not
it...
really. There are some hot coals laying on the floor, but like I said, the floor is kind of strewn with this damp straw and mud. It looked like her intention was to spill the contents of the forge onto the floor and burn the place down, but she didn't get a chance to do it.
Okay. So if the fire here is not in danger of spreading, Raazu will squeezle through the window, go tumbling
She's
down.
gonna squeezle? So undignified.
Exactly. Let's see, so that was so 10, 15, 20, 30. And I will herk a javelin at that guy.
Very good.
A herc.
A herk. That's only a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay, then let's try that again.
Let's see it again.
Nat 20. That guy's about to have a bad
he
day.
is.
see. And let's give him the business. Because how often do I get to do this kind of thing? So that's 12 piercing damage. Or no, oh, wait. I'm sorry, I rolled d10s. I should be rolling d6s. I'm sorry.
McDohl also had 2 slugs of Dayquil before he sat down to play D&D today.
I guess. I mean, that's 8 piercing damage. And 14
And that's
radiant
enough.
damage.
That's enough for him. You put a javelin right through his torso, and he clatters back into the bush from whence he came. Moving or staying
Yep.
put?
Sounds good. That's all my movement.
It's going to bring us back to Adrex.
All right, monk.
Stab, stab.
He
Do the
didn't do
stabbing.
anything wrong either.
He assaulted us. What are you talking about? That is an
18 will hit.
18. All right.
Yay!
More importantly, he assaulted me.
Mm,
For 6
Okay.
damage. Does Wendy still have a reaction?
Windy does.
All right. Commander strike. Go. All you, Wendy.
Well, I guess I'll take a swing. $20.
20 will hit.
you get to add the d8 to that, right?
It would have
Yeah.
been more appropriate, though, if that had stayed on that one that it was obviously going to be.
Yeah.
Like, even by proxy, McDohl just rolls those ones.
That's kind of what this roll is. It's a I don't trust myself roll.
That's 16 to hit.
Plus 6.
Oh, then -3. I was rolling it myself. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
19.
19 to hit.
Yep, 19 damage.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 to hit.
What are you
He
attacking
got
with?
gone. Oh, longsword.
Is he still going?
He's still up, but he's bloodied at this
He's-
point. He's starting to slow down.
Offhand attack. Ah.
He's
that's
slowing
a
down,
10.
but he's not that slow. What else you got?
Going to bonus action. Second wind,
Okay.
which gives me back some hit
Awesome.
points.
I love second wind.
Pretty good.
All right, it's 12 HP. I'm gonna need it.
This hobgoblin tries to back off. Adrex,
Yeah.
looking like a 19.
Ah! Yes.
7 points, piercing damage. So this one tries to put some distance between you and him. Fires an arrow from his longbow at you.
It's fine. I didn't want that HP anyway.
Wasn't any good. Red, what's up?
Let's go ahead and 20, 30. Blue one is the monk. Fishmonker.
Fishmonker.
Let's go ahead and try stab.
Homunculin.
That'll hit an armor class of no.
He's too
Trying to
fast.
stab is right.
That's the end of Red's
Gonna
turn.
bring us to Birdie.
I am going to cunning action disengage. Move there, and I'm going to shoot the bugbear with my bow.
Okay.
No bugbear.
The bugbear.
He's the
That'll hit an
Buggiest
armor
bear.
class of
That'll do it.
24.
For a damage of yes.
This is the last magic arrow I have. So that is 16. That's 20 piercing and 1
and
force.
1 force damage, huh?
One whole force
there.
damage.
That's enough for him.
That ragdolls him.
Puts
That
him
1 force
on
damage.
the ground. Moving or staying put?
I'm staying put here.
At this, the fishmonker looks around, sees that his comrades are slaughtered, his bugbears are dead, he's clearly outmatched. Drops to his knees on the ground, bends his head forward, baring his neck, lays his staff out in front of him. That's all he does.
I mean, that seems like a prime sneak attack opportunity.
What do you guys do about this?
I'm not killing him. I'll take his staff and leave. Someone else can deal with this.
You're just taking his staff?
What about the other archer? That's is he currently fleeing? Is he fleeing?
Well, right now he's not doing anything.
This
It's not his
jabroni.
turn. It's kind of what
Okay.
what Windy, Raazu, and Adrex do when he lays down his staff. And then it's Hobgoblin's turn again.
Said what I'm doing. That's all them. Their problems.
Raazu.
Wendy, take out the archer.
All right, I'll take out the archer instead. I have no problem taking out this guy. This guy's not kneeling down.
No, but he already had a very cold and very acidic morning, so...
Yeah, well, that's on him.
I mean,
Long sword.
I think it's technically on me.
That's 2 hits. 4.
Yeah, that's good. That'll do. He doesn't have enough hit points to survive whatever you're about to do.
Oh, but I've got 2 more attacks.
Well, what are you going to do with them?
Well, I mean, nothing now.
So you just swoop down and put this guy on the earth.
I think I stooped on him is what just
You dumped
happened.
on him. And he begins speaking a prayer to himself in the goblinoid tongue. Something about having fought many battles, and now he dies a good death. What do you do with him?
Raazu puts the blade in the halberd to his neck, looks to the others.
Are you waiting for them to give you
There's
thumbs
any-
up, thumbs down?
Yeah, basically. There's any
No.
there's
Stop that! What? No, we're not killing him. He's surrendered. What is with this? No.
Raazu shrugs and then goes to her pack and starts fishing out manacles.
You're going to take him captive?
We need to know where the box is.
This is a
Yeah, the orc treat him well.
great insult in Hobgoblin society to be denied a good death.
Yeah, well, Raazu's in a part of Hobgoblin society, so...
Okay. So you slap some manacles on
Listen
him
to
and take
this
him captive.
fair weather hobgoblin.
What's next?
I mean, we need to know where the box is.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
they started
so-
the fire back here, so that's where Adrex goes to
Roll an
investigate.
investigation check.
I'm gonna
I suck at those.
mind if I investigate the cabin once without the hobgoblins.
Tell you
Or
what,
is there any problem?
The two of you together, one of you can make the investigation check and the other can aid them in it.
Let me go ahead and make that.
All right.
That would be a 22.
Adrex, back in this corner of the shack, like over here, sunk, pressed down into the mud, and tucked underneath some logs, some wet firewood that's stacked up back here. You can see where they hastily shoved this gold chest down. And I mean, it takes both of you considerable work to pull it up and out of there. The idea must have been to stash it here until they dealt with you and they were in the clear.
Is
Huh.
the,
And also, they weren't paying attention.
Adrex is digging like a dog to get the treasure case.
Yeah, and you
out.
and Red working together. I
Treasure
mean, you
case?
pull this chest out of the
Treasure
muck,
chest.
throw these logs aside.